This is an oil change on a Kawasaki Mule Pro FXT. This is a 2018. Here are the tools required. It does have a portal. Little Phillips head will work. Also 2.2 quarts of 10W40. I use the Lucas High Performance Motorcycle Oil. Fram filter, pH 4967 is what it calls for. And the plug is a 14 millimeter. And it helps if you have a little bit of an extension. We'll start out by warming up the vehicle. One of the first things I do is warm up the engine. Here is the oil pan, and this will be the oval areas where you will drain the oil out. There's your picture of the plug again. That's 14 millimeter.
Put your finger in the oil and check for your metal flakes.
It's got some in the plug. Here's the oil plug. It does have a magnetic end to it. I'll wipe that off. And it'll have a small amount of shavings on it, very small. Get that all cleaned up before I put it back in there. The 218 has a portal, which was a great idea from Kawasaki about how to get to the oil filter. It has 4 bolts. The portal has 4 bolts. I'm just going to back those out. Once you get your oil around the seal, it should go back in. And again, just hand tighten. You see why this portal is so much nicer. Before I couldn't get my hand. Anyway, just hand tighten and you should be fine. Once you get the filter in place, you can tighten back your bolts. Just snug them up. Those are already tight. An important step in the oil change is to make sure you put the plug back in. Plug is cleaned off. I tighten it down. Just snug it on there. You don't have to apply a lot of pressure. Just good tight. Again, this calls for 2.2 quarts, considering you don't spill half of it. 2.2 should get you to the second dot where my thumb is. Last thing I do is put the oil cap back in. Don't cross thread it, and if you do, you probably don't need to be changing the oil yourself anyway. I tightened it down pretty good. Clean up everything, any spills. Make sure you don't leave any oil bottles around. My assistant is usually there to help with the oil change from time to time, give a pointer or two. Main thing he wants to do is go for a ride. Anyway, we'll crank it back up and take him for a ride. The other assistant waits until everything's done and then she shows up. Blaze, you want to ride? After the oil change, I always go back in. That's the great thing about a Kawasaki. It's how smooth it sounds, how smooth it runs.